everybody, and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. We are also your ticket to smaller weather events, and I think that's really what we're looking at for tonight. I know whenever snow in the forecast, I get excited about it. You get excited about it. But I wish I could sit here and tell you that we're going to have a good amount of snow in the forecast. It wouldn't be all that bad. Kids are already out of school, but this is not shaping up to be. This is very much moisture starved. There's still disagreement with the computer modeling here, with the NAM still the most aggressive, but consistent with showing west central Arkansas, the higher elevations especially, a half an inch to maybe an inch of snow. That's completely within the realm of possibility, and lighter amounts everywhere else. I think a dusting at best is going to be in the cards. But we all know it doesn't take much to cause a couple of slick spots to occur, and the most likely area would be west central Arkansas. But the good news about this, at least for travelers, is the fact that the good news is that temperatures, while much colder on Monday compared to today, Sunday, when I'm recording this, it's going to go above freezing, so there shouldn't be, if there's any problems on the roadways in western Arkansas, it won't last all that long, and I don't anticipate much in the way of problems. But like I said, you know, a slick spot here, a slick spot there is dangerous to you, and I want to just make sure everybody's prepared for that. No need to run out to the grocery store and get, what is it about bread and milk? Everybody wants bread and milk when there's snow. And bananas. Last time I just went to bananas just so I could have a snack at work. There wasn't a banana to be found anywhere in central Arkansas. But anyway, also follow along in the winter weather contest. This may tweak the numbers a little bit with the snowfall amounts. And as far as going into 2014, I think we're going to get a couple more shots of some Arctic air in here, at least a couple more shots. We're in a pattern right now that favors delivering cold air into the lower 48 as the Arctic Oscillation Index goes negative. And I think I explained that in a previous video about the AO. That's short for oscillation, Arctic oscillation. When it's in its positive phase, we tend to see our air masses much warmer. When it's in its negative phase, we tend to get our air masses from the north, and suppresses the storm track, and that's when we can get some good snows around here, although I have seen snow when the Arctic oscillation is positive, so it's not a guaranteed thing. But you look at those things, and right now, with this very minor event coming in tonight, we see continuous surges of cold air. You see the temperature warms up a little bit, only to crash again, warms up a little bit, only to crash again. So that's the type of pattern we're going to be in for the next week or so. And it favors, we could see a more active a jet stream that delivers some storm systems down the road. Definitely have to watch out for this. Whenever you get Arctic air in place, anything can happen. And just the smallest of disturbances can produce some light precipitation, get everybody all excited. But what I'm going to show you here on this video, we're going to go into high resolution model data, and I think this is really going to show you what we're looking at. It's also going to show you the European model with respect to that, because there is some agreement with the European model with some of with the NAM, the North American model. And of course, like I always say, I'll keep you updated with everything you need to know on Facebook and on Twitter, and again right here on the Arkansas Weather Blog. We're going to start off here with the 4-kilometer North American model, and this 4-kilometer is just basically means it's very high resolution, never perfect, but this is showing you snow depth. And what I'll do is I'll take you into the model. This is right at midnight right here, and notice at midnight tonight, if you can't see the whole color scale here, but these grays are generally trace amounts to around an inch. You start to see this showing up across western Arkansas, so I would imagine later this evening we'll start to see some very light snow breaking out on the radar as this colder air comes in. And again, that's at midnight right there, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 9 a.m., 10, 11, and at noon. So by noon on Monday, the highest chance for any accumulating snows, and like I said, it's not going to be much, will be western Pulaski County through Hot Springs, Saline, Garland, Montgomery, as well as Polk and Scott County. Notice these higher elevations here could get in the range of up to an inch, and that's, you're looking at Queen Wilhelmina. They're just around Mena. Also into portions, those higher elevations of the Ouachitas of west central Arkansas, we could see up to 1 inch. That's why I'm saying there could be a few slick spots developing on the roads. But notice it's western and maybe northern Pulaski County that gets on that. Again, this is the high resolution NAM. It's been very consistent with this area of the state, although I still think that flakes could fly in other areas of the state, but that's for the best chance for any accumulating snows. And again, I can't stress enough, it ain't going to be much. Here's the European, and we'll show you snowfall accumulations over the previous 6 hours, and this jumps from midnight until 6 a.m. It's showing through Little Rock a 1/10 of an inch, Pine Bluff a 1/10 of an inch. It looks like near Stuttgart a 1/10 of an inch, Arkadelphia 2/10 of an inch, and notice how it has that higher area here in western Arkansas, Mount Ida 2/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch around Hot Springs. So that's between 6 a.m., midnight and 6 a.m. into Monday and into, let's see, this is Monday morning. This goes into noon. It's showing around 3/10 of an inch. Again, this is total here. Total amount of accumulations, 3/10 of an inch here in Montgomery through Garland, 2/10 of an inch in Arkadelphia. So there could be flakes that fly, according to the European, all throughout portions of at least the metro into Pine Bluff. I can't stress this again. All of this is indicating under an inch of snow. And I know it doesn't take much to cause a few slick spots, but this is not going to be anything compared to what we had in early December with the snow and ice across the state. Very minor event. And that colder air is really going to start to pour in. Look at this. This is valid at 6 p.m. this evening, and the colder air is really coming into northern Arkansas. We're in the low 30s in west central Arkansas to mid-20s across the northwest, holding on to mid-40s here. Again, that's at 6 o'clock, but watch how these temperatures just crash. This is at 6 a.m. on Monday. We're around freezing here, but look at western and northern Arkansas, well into the 20s, and we don't recover much. Let me go back here. This is at noon on Monday. We're around 34 degrees here in central Arkansas, mid-30s here with very windy conditions. So we're approximately 10 to 12 degrees colder on Monday compared to Sunday afternoon. So even with 34 degrees, you can obviously see here that if there are any accumulations, we're going above freezing, at least close to it. So if there are any slick spots, it will not last long whatsoever. Tomorrow night's going to be quite cold. We'll just go into, let's go into Tuesday morning, mid-20s throughout central Arkansas. But a nice little warm-up starts as we head towards Tuesday and New Year's Eve. The Arctic area of high pressure begins to move on off, and let's go into New Year's Day. Near 50 degrees on New Year's Day. And then we see another surge of Arctic air come in. Look at this one. So Thursday, this is Thursday morning. We got low 20s across the northwest Arkansas. The frontal boundary is located, a new frontal boundary is located across southeast Arkansas. We're around 40 degrees, but getting colder here in central Arkansas. It's just going to be downright chilly. Friday morning, lows will be in the teens and 20s will be in the lower 20s here. So we got a couple of rounds of strong pushes of Arctic air coming in. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Everybody's going to say, Todd, it's snowing here. We get a little sleet here. It's snowing here. And yeah, like I said, be careful. There could be slick spots. It's not going to amount to much. And the slick spots, whatever does develop, should melt off rather quickly on Monday. But the wind, it is going to be a cold day. I'll keep you updated as I always do right here on the Arkansas Weather Blog at KTV.com, as well as my Facebook page, Todd Yacobian, and Twitter at KTV_weather and on Channel 7 News. Have a great rest of your weekend, and